Jimmy Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Well, for Boston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, Boston had been in a bit of a rebuild since the end of the days of the Big Three. Last season, they got back into the postseason. Shaq, where do you see this team going in the next few years?
Well, they have great guards to build around, and they can continue to be big players in the free agency for the next few seasons. They got to make all the right moves. Their president, I played for him. He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing.
You know what? I could see them trying to strive for the modern version of a lot of NBA teams.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando desse esse quatro falasse. Mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não deu.
.2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And so off the tip, it's Boston. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Joseph in at the three.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
Now here's Thomas. It's Bradley on the wing. That's short off the rim. And the Raptors with the ball. Here's DeRozan. And the three off target. Outside Bradley. From deep. That drops. Bradley's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And the Raptors off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now here's Sullinger. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. DeRozan with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Toronto working the ball around now. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. Second chance shot. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Thomas, that's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. That's good.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the middle, and stolen by Biyombo. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Toronto on defense. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Here's Biyombo after the basket by Boston. Got a hand on it, but he stays with it. Joseph, the pass to Biyombo. From the high post, he drills it. Biyombo's got his first basket.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
DeRozan. They get it back, and Valanciunas kicks to Joseph. Takes a three. Jared Sullinger pulls it in. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Back to Bradley. Teardrop shot. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Bradley's got 5.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Olenek, he's checked in for Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. Turner's checked in for Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. A new group in now for the Raptors. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Biyombo. Damari Carroll's checked in for Corey Joseph. And it's Powell in for DeMar DeRozan.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
Now, here's Thomas. And Smart now atop the key. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Toronto, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really liked. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
And Thomas following Luis Scola's three-point attempt. And Thomas, here we go. The shot is off.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That one is off. He hits the second from the line.
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
Pass to Olenek, shoots the 3, and again, Boston with the triple.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3 ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Nice spin off the left rim and in. Patterson's got 5.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here's Thomas. And there's the feed to Smart. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Lowry inside the line. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Celtics up by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and we talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been to a soccer game overseas, but they're just always cheering, rowdy, jumping up.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Jonas Valanciunas, Lowry out there with Powell. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's Ross in at the small forward position. And the Raptors making a change here. Joseph's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Guys, that makes it 2 straight seasons now that the Raptors have been the cream of the crop in the Atlantic Division. Ended the season with a franchise best 49-33 record.
Now here's Bradley. That's good. Bradley's got 7.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Powell. They trail by 3. Well, for the Raptors, they won the Atlantic last year. Did so by a wide margin, Greg. Then they had won it back in 2014.
Yeah, they ended the year with that 9-game lead over second place. And the Raptors have great fans, and it's good to see the franchise be able to take home a couple of those division titles.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Powell. Carroll kicks to Joseph. Raptors moving the ball around. And the Raptors miss again. Boston leading by 3. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And too long on the shot. The Raptors have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Sullinger. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Ross. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. For Boston, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Turner with it. Now Valanciunas defending. And it's blocked. Ring shot on the way. Cannot hit. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 7. 6 to shoot. Sinks the three-pointer. Bradley's got 5 points in the quarter.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
Now here's Sullinger, and he makes good on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
to the inside. Here's Bradley, and it's blocked by DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. Valanciunas has got 10 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Ross kicks to Joseph, and they take the lead. He has 5.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Terrence Ross, an explosive young player who can really put on a show. Clark, jaw-dropping, highlight reel dunks are his specialty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tremendous athlete, great bounce and elevation and creativity. Won the slam dunk contest as a rookie.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Marcus Smart's checked in for Bradley. And Thomas subbed in for Evan Turner. Then for the Raptors, Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Lowry in for Corey Joseph.
And back to Terrence Ross. Sometimes the show he puts on is of the scoring variety. He threw in 51 against the Clippers 2 seasons ago. Great lift and form on his shot.
Carroll with the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Outside Thomas. Now the pass to Smart. 1:24 left in the second quarter. Back to Thomas. Smart kicks to Thomas. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Smart misses.
You know, one thing I think about with Terrence Ross is he can be all or nothing. His game moves up and down like a roller coaster or an echocardiogram. I mean, he's up, he's way up, then he's down. Look out below.
One thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him. I mean, he had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
Now here's Smart. Thomas up top. Passes to Smart. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Back to Thomas. Fires the 3. No good. Good work defensively by Lowry.
And for Lowry, he's been on fire the past couple of seasons. He's shown toughness, leadership, and the instinct to make winning plays on the court at both ends.
Thomas with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Smart dishes to Jerebko. Smart wide open. He fires. Boston again missing. Raptors have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And that one's good. 6 points for Isaiah Thomas.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Raptors lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They haven't gotten to the line enough, and I think that's an area they can improve. They need to be more aggressive. Right now they're hanging in there, but this could change in the second half. They need to challenge defenders and try to control the momentum and get to the foul line a little bit more.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. 10 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
So it's the Celtics now, trailing by 5. And Bradley gets it to go.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Here's Valanciunas. Pass to Joseph from deep three-point range. Goes up again. Biyombo. That's good.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And he gets the bucket. 6 points for Jared Sullinger.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Joseph, the pass to Lowry. Here's Biyombo. Good D by Johnson. Celtics trail by 3. With the teardrop, Thomas's shot is off.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And it's Bradley off the drive. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry. Raptors leading by 3.
Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
In the corner, Crowder with it from past the arc. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 6 assists in the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And, not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Turner's checked in for Crowder.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Now, here's Thomas. 6 points for him. With the teardrop. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Carroll's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Count the bucket. Turner's got his first points of the game.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit. When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Lowry. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lowry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Raptors.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution. Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the arm.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. And then for Toronto, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Powell in for Ross. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And Olynyk kicks to Smart. Patterson bringing the double. Here's Jerebko. It's deflected.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Great open look there. And that's now 6 points for Kelly Olynyk.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Fires from deep. Here's Turner, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Toronto?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, they've also really been dialed in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And Evan Turner's one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
Celtics trail by 6. Outside Thomas. Over in the corner, Turner. Off the iron that time. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. The shot by Carroll, no good.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it, I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there, but he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Now, here's Thomas. He has 6.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. No good on that one. The Celtics really seem to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second-best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Celtics. And then for Toronto, Biombo, he's checked in for Scola. DeRozan comes in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Powell dishes to Joseph. Raptors moving the ball around. Olynyk with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Kicks it to Crowder. DeRozan brings the double team. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And the shot falls short this time. Ball's knocked loose. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 5 and will return shortly. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. So the Raptors 5 right now. DeRozan at the 2 with Ross playing the 3. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Joseph in at the 1. It's stolen by Sullinger. Now here's Crowder. He's guarded closely. And that is good. 8 points for Jared Sullinger. Raptors leading by 3. Pass to Joseph. Takes a 3. Rebound Boston. Bradley's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Crowder. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's DeRozan. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense. To not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Feeds it to Joseph from downtown. And again, no good by Toronto.
Excellent defense on the perimeter that time. He probably should have passed up that shot.
Jamal Carroll's checked in for Joseph. Boston trailed.
And, you know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Now here's Sullinger. Now here's Crowder. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. Here's Thomas. He dishes it to Sullinger. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And now it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
DeRozan passes to Lowry. It's stolen by Bradley. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. And it's blocked by DeRozan. And they're able to recover. It's Bradley on the wing. Here's Johnson. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. Johnson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, Work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
And here is Thomas, following the three-pointer by DeMar DeRozan. Bradley can't get it to go.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. It's on Isaiah Thomas. The first one falls. Powell, he's checked in for Toronto. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, guys, well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Sullinger. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Powell. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. The dish to Powell. Releases. And the Raptors miss again.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
That's good. And it's a 6-point Boston lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Bradley, no one around him. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're leading by 2. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Boston. And the Raptors also making a change. Joseph, he's checked in for Powell. Thomas against Lowry. And Thomas, here we go. And it's blocked. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. The game now all-time.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Looking at the game for DeRozan, he's got 11 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
Free throw is off from DeRozan. Boston's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And Thomas, here we go. The shot is off. And Toronto will come the other way to take the lead. And again, Toronto with the triple.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 3. 1:10 left here in the fourth quarter. 1:10 left to play in the final quarter. Got that one up quick. And that's 18 points for Avery Bradley.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And Boston has possession. The Raptors getting the bucket. Dishes it to Turner. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Bradley. His three-pointers off the mark. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Biombo, no look.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're losing by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Bradley. Takes the 3. Good.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, you were able to impact this game on both sides of the ball, making some nice passes, playing good defense. How did you feel about your game?
I just want to stop the basket, you know. I want to do anything it takes to win, you know, help my team win. You know, tonight, you know, was passing the ball, and my shot wasn't falling, but, you know, I had too many turnovers, but I passed the ball well, and we got the win. That's all that matters.
Kyle, thank you. Kevin, it's not only about the offense.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
It seems like Kyle Lowry just gets better with age. And his performance tonight is show you how far he's come as a basketball player. We know he's a great perimeter scorer, but now he can slice defenses up and get to the rim. It all mixes together and makes one dynamite player.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.